Welcome everybody to the second round of Tuesday Night Modern. We've got a much more reasonable matchup here for you.
Yeah, this might be a rodeo of actual actual animals that get rodeoed.
Yeah, this might be the actual rodeo, not the goat rodeo.
Blue-White Control deck, piloted by our commentator Patrick Narsavage.
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 And then Dave Grohl over here is playing Blue-Red Faeries. We saw him last week.
Oh man, here is a big one. If this sticks, Tony is going to be having a time of it.
Oh, Gids, what you got? What you got, Gids? We got an emblem. We've got a Resolved Gideon and an emblem.
Alright, so the emblem says if he has a Gideon, he can't lose.
And he has a Gideon.
He currently has a Gideon. Currently can't lose the game.
I don't see an emblem. Where's the emblem? Mistrigger didn't make his emblem. What a dummy.
Didn't make his emblem. If I still had like a deep Modern collection,
yeah,
and I was playing in a Modern tournament once a week, I would totally like build this like Gideon tribal deck. Because I think it would be super fun to have multiple Planeswalkers on the board.
Yeah. Not super competitive, but, you know.
Super fun. Not super competitive, though. Concur.
Super fun. Here is a second Cascade Bluffs.
So with two Cascade Bluffs, what you can do is you can cascade that mana into the other Cascade Bluffs.
Oh, that's...
So he's got the island to start the Cascade.
Yeah, that's how that works. Now Patrick can just sit back and rest on his laurels here. Really, really take it in. Oh, we're thinking.
Here's the thing twice. That's an interesting card.
Cryogenic with the real question here. Why Gideon when you can do Liliana Tribal? Listen, we've been down this road before. Why Liliana when you could do Garruk Tribal?
Garruk Tribal, I think if you were going to play, like, tribal, you know, decks, like with Planeswalker tribal decks, Garruk would be the best one, in my opinion.
He's on fire.
Depending on what your build rules were, Ajani would also be very good. Because if you're going to just allow anything with the word Ajani in it, you get like Ajani's Pridemate, you know what I mean? There's a lot of good cards like that.
Put quotation marks around good, but yes.
Good in that format. Is that alright with you?
I'd rather have a Garruk's Companion than a Ajani's Pridemate.
Alright, so what Patrick's going to do here is try and...
Spreading Seas.
Take Tony off of this Mutavault. Which I'm not sure is like the best. Alright, so we've agreed that this is the way we're going to play this.
Garruk Smash! I agree. I wish we had Garruk back. Oh, here's another Mutavault.
Yep. So
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, if I were on the Spreading Seas there, I would have taken the Steam Vents.
It doesn't do a whole lot.
Well, see, so if it prevents him from having like one red, whereas with the Cascade Bluffs is you can generate a red, but like you have to have that hanging blue.
Yeah, you have to think about it a little bit.
Right, so like it prevents you from, you know, sometimes chaining two spells together.
Oh, I think I see a good one in Patrick's hand. Wonder if he's going to go for it.
I don't know. There's no reason to go for anything here.
Disagree. We want to get this. Here we go. Gideon Architect of Thought.
Alright, here's a Jace Architect of Thought.
Gideon Architect of Thought. This is the Gideon Tribal deck. You wouldn't play a Jace in a Gideon Tribal deck.
If I would play just all the Planeswalkers. I would play 3 mana Jace, Jace Beleren. I'd play this 4 mana Jace.
Yeah, this does a good job of shutting off any tokens.
Yep.
Notably, copies of the Deceiver Exarch. Oh, draws into Gideon. Let's just keep on rolling here. Keep on trucking with their walkers.
Keep rolling.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Bunch of lands and some removal.
And
here's a Sphere, a Snapcaster Mage, and a Gideon. So
there's the Click.
Vendilion Click.
One of my favorite cards. It's a good one.
This is one of your favorite cards?
I really like Vendilion Click, yeah.
When was the last time you registered a Vendilion Click in a constructed tournament?
In a constructed tournament? Lorwyn.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. It's one of my favorite cards. Astral Slide's also one of my favorite cards. When do you think the last time I registered an Astral Slide in a Magic tournament?
Yeah, Astral Slide's not viable, and it's only... I mean, when's the last time you played Onslaught Block Constructed?
Too far away now. But Vendilion Click is borderline playable. Like, these decks aren't gonna be taking down any GPs or anything like that.
Right. Patrick gets a ton of land. Do you think this is an inordinate amount of land, or do you think this is expected
by design?
By design.
I would imagine
that
he
has 4 lands in hand.
26.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna hit every drop. Every drop in the bucket.
So he can just start firing up this Celestial Colonnade now.
Alright, so he can prevent Vendilion Click from dealing any damage.
And that's what we're doing.
And that's what he's going to do. And this also makes his emblem relevant again, because he now has... I don't know what just happened there, but...
Looks a little fishy.
Right.
We've got these cards in our hand.
Sure. I wasn't paying attention to know. Like, I'm not accusing him of cheating, but...
No.
I just wasn't paying attention.
He just knocked part of his hand into his lap with his deck.
Right.
Nothing fishy at all there.
So, Tony cannot attack this Gideon.
Well, he can. It just won't deal any damage.
Right. And it looks like he's going to try and bolt. No, the Cryptic Resolve, so... Interesting.
And then he top decks a Mana Leak. I don't know if he had that in hand before, but...
There we go. Alright. Negate is the draw step. Gideon targets the Vendilion Click, and Patrick's more than happy to sit back in this situation.
I mean, he probably wants to swing with this Colonnade.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to end the game. I'm just saying, if he were to, there's not a lot of things that Patrick's worried about.
Absolutely true. Another land for Tony. Pass his turn. At some point, you want to just block the Colonnade with your Click.
Yep. Patrick's able to find his basics there since they don't have any borders.
Yeah.
Get your unstable at a retailer near you. Go to your LGS. Support them.
Yeah, go to your LGS. Don't buy this at Walmart. Don't buy this at Target.
Unless, here's the one time you can buy it at Walmart or Target.
Do not. Just don't do it.
What if it's like 3 a.m. and you and your boys are out drinking?
Yeah.
And one of you's just like, I'm better than everybody here, and you guys have to settle it with some sealed deck?
Yeah, that's why you don't just crack random packs. You keep them on hand.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I've been making a mistake by cracking all my packs.
You have an entire box of Unstable.
Concur, because I thought we were going to draft it.
Well, we are, at some point.
But you have half a box, I guess, that we could draft.
Way more than half a box.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
2/3 of a box, even. All right, so here's a Click. This is going to be a good one. Oh, man, this is a good one. We're going to get to steal this Negate, if it's relevant.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is. So we're going to take... Oh, I drew the path off of the click. All right, so we've got a negate.
All right.
What's in Tony's hand? Nothing.
All right.
Ain't nothing.
So the Gideon went the distance
Yeah.
with a little help from Celestial Colonnade. But that guy locking down Tony's only active creature really mattered.
Oh, yeah. Tony doesn't have a lot of creatures in his deck, so being able to lock down the one on the battlefield is a big deal. I did see some Pithing Needles out of Tony's deck. That's a very nice little anti-Planeswalker catch-all.
So Patrick probably has a pretty easy journey into his sideboard here because these Spreading Seas just not very good.
No.
So he can very easily just swap those out and bring in whatever. I mean, I imagine he's got a negate or a spell pierce or a spell shrink or a spell shrivel or a spell stutter sprite,
Spell Crumple.
spell queller.
Any of those.
Anything that interacts with a spell on the stack is the kind of card he's interested in.
I can't imagine he has a lot of them in his board.
You don't think he's got like two spell pierce?
No.
Dispel?
Maybe one Dispel.
Maybe one dispel. Okay.
Side Flop, thanks for the follow. I like to know the story behind your name.
Yeah, put that in the chat for us, side flop. We'll discuss it. What's your handle that you
My
throw on
mental
everything?
image is, well, I have multiple.
Okay.
Because I am a multifaceted individual.
You are a deep and babbling brook of an individual.
Babbling. Emphasis on the babble.
Do you think side flop is side flop on like Magic Online, on Reddit, on?
I think so.
You think his AIM screen name was side flop?
So we're at a point where a lot of people that
Would not have had a
they
name.
just
You're
won't have
right.
a name.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me the story of your screen name, if you don't mind.
If that's not too personal.
I have a mental image of what it is. I'm just looking for some confirmation here.
I imagine a whale breaching the surface of the ocean and flopping on its side.
Okay. I don't imagine that.
Okay. Like the Pacific Life Insurance Company emblem.
Yeah. So my AIM screen name changed several times.
Sure.
From various bannings and things of that nature.
Yeah, you can't.
I was not a good kid. I made some mistakes back in the day.
Yeah, who hasn't? Who hasn't made some errors in their life?
Is that a rhetorical question, or are you looking for some...
No, I'm saying that's a rhetorical question. I'm saying we all have. It's just to what capacities.
Also in the chat, everybody, let me know about your greatest regret.
We're all going to sit in a circle, guys. We're going to get real deep and personal.
Looks like we're getting back into round 2 here.
Oh.
That is...
Apparently mine is putting a Soul Sisters mirror on the stream.
I will tell you on Taylor's behalf that it would not even break the top 10. Tell me I'm wrong.
The top 5 all include all involve women.
Well, obviously.
Oh man.
And none of them are Soul Sisters.
God, that would be amazing if like a council of like 3 or 4 of your friends got together and put together a list of this person's top 10 biggest regrets.
Like you naming somebody else's biggest regrets?
Yeah, like your best friends.
Oh, okay.
Like for you, it would be like me, Brandon, your brothers.
All right, so we've got a story here.
Okay, the side flop story.
The side flop story. A few years back, him and his buddies went cliff jumping. He didn't bring shoes. Always bring shoes when you're walking on cliffs, whether you're jumping or just climbing. But so when he went to jump, he slipped and fell about 15 feet into the water and landed on his side.
Oh.
That's a side flop story.
What were you thinking? What was your best guess?
I'm not gonna share that on stream.
Okay.
But
Gosh, Tony Groh with the sick mountain to search up. The Pestermite got pathed, and
Tony's probably fine with that. Getting a mana advantage here is a big deal.
concur.
And we saw this from Tony last week. He has Spell Starter Sprite. I imagine that card's just insane in this matchup.
Yeah, so Tony has both the play and the path, putting him at 5 lands to Patrick's now 4. And so if I'm Tony, I'm going to probably figure out how I can lean on that a little bit. Here we go. The click it
Here's
is.
Click.
It looks like Patrick has brought in Celestial Purge, which destroys a red creature.
Yeah, I think he fears the Kiki-Jiki.
Oh, and the Runed Halo, which is an interesting play.
Yeah, Rune Halo is one way to shut down the combo as well.
So Runed Halo is interesting because he has to figure out whether or not he's going to have to protect himself against Pestermites or Deceiver Exarchs.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we see Runed Halo. The card that they're looking up at Runed Halo right now because I guess Patrick's is foreign.
Yeah, these Shadowmoor cards, man. If I could go back and like buy boxes of one set,
oh yeah,
Shadowmoor would be it because the cards are all very unique,
mm-hmm.
and nobody played that set.
I played the bejesus out of that
Did
set.
you
loved that
played
set.
the backs off the cards? Just played so much of it.
Yeah. So that was like the last block constructed format too.
Oh sure.
And so I played it a lot for that as well.
So it was 4 set block constructed. That set came out just as I was moving to Las Vegas.
Oh,
and
sure.
it took like a very time intensive job.
Yeah, I had a blast playing that set. In all
Yeah.
honesty, you missed out big time. That was a good one. That was a very good one.
Yeah. I
Being able
believe
to
you.
draft Muldrifter on the regular
Well,
just feels
no,
like $1 million.
No, so the Lorwyn Morningtide, I played the hell out of that.
Okay, so it's Shadowmoor, just the second half.
Shadowmoor Eventide
Okay.
was the one I missed.
Yeah, you didn't miss much on that limited format. That limited format was actually awful.
Right. No, I drafted drafting Lorwyn was like amongst my favorite draft formats.
Yeah, it was very good.
Alright, so Detention Sphere is going to target this Vendilion click. We'll see if...
Tony probably has an answer that just doesn't care. Here's a Pestermite.
Here's a
Oh,
Pestermite.
man.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal. Patrick may have pulled the trigger a little too quickly on... Here's the Kiki.
Alright, so he pulled the trigger too fast on the Detention Sphere, and the Kiki-Jiki took him down.
Little premature on pulling that one.
I don't know that I would have pathed the Pestermite when I did. I would have maybe held the path because, so you know he only has X number of elements for the combo.
Right.
So my interest is in using the path as like one of the cards that breaks up the combo.
Right. And how many times can you honestly take a Pestermite hit in this matchup? The answer's got to be more than 5.
Yes.
You just take it all day. Who cares?
Right.
Wedgington lost his last limited round in Nationals to a turn 3 Deus of Calamity in Shadowmoor Limited. Welcome to the format.
Is that the red-green one or the red-black one?
Deus was the red-green one.
Okay.
The red-black one was...
That was the one with the goofy trigger that people would try and get you with.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Here's
the red
Deus.
green one, right?
It's just silly.
No, yeah. So when I came back from Vegas, I spent 6 months out there. Came back, and one of the first tournaments I played in was a standard tournament with Shadowmoor. It was Shadowmoor legal standard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the other sets were. It might have been
Shards.
Valar, Shadowmoor, right? Because Jund was a deck.
Jund didn't really become a deck until the third set of Shards. Alara Reborn.
I will tell you that it was really a deck because I lost to it in the finals.
Nice. Yeah, Dentron, shout out to MTG The Bridge.
That's a... talk about regrets.
I don't regret a second of that.
No, it probably would do it all over again, but like, wasn't like, you know, proudest moment of my life.
Really? I mean, it wasn't the proudest moment of my life, but it wouldn't say I regretted it.
Yeah, I don't think I regret it.
There were some nights that I regretted. Ew.
Yeah, towards the end, it was like, what am I doing? Like, is this even a good idea anymore?
Oh, here's another Serum Visions.
Got him.
Man, that would have been nice to get him on a turn 2 Serum Visions.
Yeah, that's...
No second play. That would have been very, very nice.
Did his Patrick has 3 Serum Visions?
Yeah. Well, he's attempted to cast 3. He's successfully casted 2.
Right. Well, he's put 3 Serum Visions on the stack.
There you go. I'll take it.
Alright.
Alright, so now Patrick with the mana advantage. Tony going into his turn 3.
Evens it up. I think that Spell Pierce just got... Yeah.
Oh, man.
If I'm Tony here, I also activate my Scalding Tarn so that I can... So that I don't go, like, shields down totally again. Like, that Scalding Tarn at the end of that turn made me a little nervous.
Okay. So I don't know what Tony has to worry about shields down for. Like, Patrick's not a combo deck. He's not going to get you
Right.
in a turn with anything.
You get the Montagna here.
Solid choice.
That art's nice one.
Yeah, I'm always tempted to float that mana and get something going. Especially if you have like a Pestromite and you can untap a land.
Sure.
Still have like Mana Leak and Negate up.
Yeah, the Field of Ruin's an interesting card. I feel like it's added a level of texture to a lot of formats. I mean,
Absolutely.
anytime you can create a card that creates a situation where you're making a choice in deck building, like, you know, do I play Ghost Quarter or do I play this card?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great. I think that's the kind of cards people want, is they want to have options.
People want it.
I don't know what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going.
It does get the people going. Fetching a basic planes here. Haven't really gotten a good look at Patrick's hand to see what his game plan is going to be this game.
Yeah.
I see
Looks
some
like
lands.
a couple lands in there.
Maybe a Gideon. If he's got a negate, he could go for the Gideon this turn.
Right.
That doesn't feel particularly good. He got
Yeah.
burned hard last game going for things a little bit early, so I think he's going to take it nice and slow here.
Yeah, I think Tony might just be ahead on counter magic.
Right, but he can't know that. Like, neither player actually knows that.
Right, but he's got Mana Leak, whereas I have not seen that out of Patrick's deck.
I mean, I'd rather have a negate than a Mana Leak in a counter war.
Concur. Here's a Spreading Seas that I guess didn't have a replacement killer. Spreading Seas on the Steam Vents. I don't think this matters.
Well, it's trying to keep Patrick off of...
Triple red.
Yeah, which it's doing an admirable job of that.
I mean, he's got 2 Scalding Tarns. Like, all right. Yeah, so we're just gonna... See, these Pestilence are really important because they come in at end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so if Patrick wants to interact, then Tony has to. And then Tony's going to be able to untap and like do something else.
Right.
All right, so here's a Path to Exile.
So if Tony can force a fight here, that's a great deal for him.
Okay, Spell Stutter Sprite.
Yeah, Spell Stutter Sprite on a path is a big deal. It's not something you can negate.
Yep.
It looks like he has a Cryptic Command, but if he taps off with a Cryptic Command, he opens himself up to a Spell Pierce, which he knows is in Tony's deck.
And so Tony's going to go get a Montagna, I assume, if he has one. Yeah, just an island.
I'd be fetching this other Scalding Tart as well. I don't know if he has anything that is requiring a shuffle
4,
effect.
5, 6, 7. So if he has another Pestermite in hand, he can just... He could have just like Pestermite, untap my land, Kiki Jiki, go for it. There while Patrick was shields down.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the biggest game.
The biggest.
Because that's Tony's game plan to victory is overload Patrick on down his end step, and then have his main phase to do something. That's the whole thing here.
I'm all about crypticking this and drawing a card.
All right, Patrick's got a mana leak in hand that he chose not to employ.
Deploy, as it were.
More land
More land.
for Tony.
He needs a creature to get some pressure on the board, but he's in pretty good shape here.
Concur. I'm wondering what his removal looks like for this incoming... Do we have a Celestial Colonnade on the board yet? Nope. I see
No, sir.
all the way on the uppermost part of the screen that's a Hollowed Fountain.
Yeah, we have Hollowed Fountain, Glacial Fortress.
So no worries of a pressuring Celestial Colonnade.
Patrick does have a mana leak in hand. There's the Celestial Colonnade.
There's the Colonnade. So we have a Path and a mana leak in hand.
Here's a Jace. Oh, snap is going to be good.
Cast the Cryptic Command out of my bin.
Yep, still have this 3 mana open.
Mana leak's no good. Counter draw.
Yeah.
Gosh. And so it looks pretty innocuous when you're watching the game like this, but that card you draw there
Is a
is
huge deal.
such a big deal.
And he drew a Spell Stutter Sprite that's going to be so good.
Alright, so it looks like it's 13 all. Another Colonnade. Alright.
I was suspecting Ancestral Visions might be a little bit greedy here.
Alright. So let's see what happens here with this path. Targets the
Yeah, we're gonna...
Snapcaster Mage, Spell Stutter Sprite.
And that's a huge deal here because that
Gonna
Spell
wrap
Stutter
it up.
Sprite also chumps.
The Colonnade for a turn.
Yeah. Oh, man. That extra land there. Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh!
So right when
Oh.
Patrick had the mana to activate 2 colonnades, 1 colonnade down. This is going to come right down to it. Mutavault adding to the clock is pretty good.
Yep. Alright, here's Patrick going to 7. This is so interesting. These more active kind of control cards, Spellstutter Sprite, the various...
Patrick doesn't attack with the Celestial Colonnade, which is a huge tell here. Has a Sphinx's Rev in hand. I don't know if he thinks he's going to resolve it, but man.
So he has a Sphinx's Rev and a Mana Leak to back up the Rev. So, like, I guess he taps everything but 2 here? Or do you tap everything but 5?
I would be trying to draw 5 cards, I think.
3, 5. Okay, so this is going to draw him 5 cards. There's no way that Tony can let this slide.
J Moose, thank you for the follow. The double Mana Leak.
Alright, gets both the Mana Leaks.
That's good. So we got a question here from Sideflop. He's trying to pimp out his modern deck. Should he get foil rampant growths to go along with the rest, or full art player reward versions?
The full art ones are insane.
Yeah, I like the full art ones a lot more, but the rest of his deck is foil, he says.
Can he get some 7th edition foils?
Yeah, 7th edition foils are hot.
Yeah, those would be... I mean, that's truly like the upper crust of the foil.
Yeah.
Man, this is a great match. I'm really enjoying watching this match. Let's see if Tony gets another basic in his deck.
Fails to find. Patrick has declared his land to be a better strip mine, which is patently false.
Yep. Alright.
I think it was a Vryn's Prodigy in his hand.
Alright, here's a Pestermite.
Tapping the Colonnade. Man, I believe he has a Kiki Jiki in hand.
Bolt? Oh, he's going to Kiki Jiki his Snapcaster?
Oh, just a Burst Lightning. That'll do it.
Wow.
Official D-Bear, thanks for the follow. Right in time to watch the end of this match.
That was such an interesting game.
Yeah, these intricate games of interaction where there's a large layer of interaction,
yeah,
being the stack and combat,
yeah,
provides some very interesting play.
Yeah, Modern could be a great format.
I agree. I think it would take a lot. Mana Leak inferior to Logic Knot. In some cases, yes.
In this game, yeah, but like against like an affinity deck,
right?
He's much better off with the Mana Leak.
Correct. And I think double blue sometimes is not great for this Faeries deck.
Sure.
To be able to cast like Cryptic and then back it up with a Mana Leak instead of a Logic Knot is a big deal. But yeah, typically Mana Leak is inferior to Logic Knot. I would agree with that.
Very interesting. That was a great game, great match. Good pick.
Good pick.
I guess one of us has that skill.
So we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. We'll pick another good one for round 3.
Yeah. Maybe.
No more Sister Mirrors, but we'll pick something good.
Absolutely. We'll see you then.
And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.